Joey, you went to a Masked Singer taping? That's the biggest question I've been getting these past few days after I uploaded a photo of me in LA outside of the Masked Singer. And so I figured, let's go ahead and talk about it. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe, you turn on notifications, and you give this video a thumbs up. Let's get started. Now, this video is part of my California trip playlist because this video was filmed in California and my wife and I went for a whole 8 days, which go back and check those other videos out because it was a crazy trip. We almost stole a car, we got lost, we got in a car accident. It was crazy. So go back and check out those videos. But on this day, we had 24 hours in LA to kill, and we were with my brother and his girlfriend, so we figured let's go ahead and explore LA. Our day started out hiking over Griffith Park in the observatory to pan over and essentially see the Hollywood sign, which was pretty neat. But unfortunately, the observatory was actually closed for the day, so we kind of just walked around it and then got more views of the Hollywood sign because it's big, but it's also not big at the same time, if you kind of catch my drift. And this is LA, just looking at the valley. Absolutely gorgeous. Once we were done here, we made our way down to the old LA Zoo. This has been, they actually left this area, I think maybe in the 50s or the 60s, because the cages were just too small. This is the old LA Zoo enclosure. Closed in 65 and they moved, but they left all the pieces. There's an animal right here in the wild. There she is. I have to admit, though, it was kind of cool to see the old abandoned buildings and a couple other equipment that they kind of left there, and it's been there for several decades. That one building is where the birds used to be housed. Here is like the rabbits and smaller animals. Once again, way too small. I don't know how they're even able to do that. Granted, it was many decades ago. Really small. I can imagine these were so small for these poor animals. Thank God they moved them. These almost look like they're from like the 30s, these sections. Once we were done walking here, we made our way to the Charmed houses because, my wife grew up on that TV show, and it's just so funny because we showed up and they had a Ukrainian flag out front, so it made my wife feel even better because it was like, oh my gosh, it's one of my favorite TV shows as a kid, and they have a Ukrainian flag up there. And since the Red Studios was, just kind of around the corner, 10 minutes out of my way, I figured, let me go ahead and stop by. You see, they were supposed to start filming, or at least get everyone in by 3. And when we drove by, well, everyone was still outside. And so I figured, I want to go ahead and take some photos. And while I was doing that, a lot of you awesome folks came over to say hi. And it was fantastic. I took pictures with you guys. I talked to you guys for a little bit, met so many people. It was really, honestly, a lot of fun. And it's funny, too, because my brother and his girlfriend are like in the car laughing because I literally pulled up in front of the studios and security was like, you can't park here. And I'm like, I'm just here for 2 seconds. Like, oh, yeah. And they're in the car watching me, just going down, taking pictures with everyone. They're laughing. They're like, but you don't know anyone in LA. I go, yeah, but these are my people. Honestly, it was so much fun, and I wish that I had more time with you guys because I was sweaty. We just got done hiking, and I had to literally get somewhere right afterwards, so it really was honestly great to see everyone, and it was the first episode of the season, so it was a lot of fun, but couldn't stay too long. I left, but not before I got to say hello to, what seemed to be at least 100 different people online, and it was so great to meet all of you. Afterwards, went back to my brother's house to watch the sunset and relax a little bit before jumping back in the car. But this is their beach. They live legitimately on the beach. It was absolutely gorgeous. And of course, because it's sunset, you got to get some sunset photos of palm trees, because I wish I had some. But later, we made our way back to downtown LA to take pictures of the lights, because you have to. These urban lights are amazing, and they look so cool at night. So Joel and I took some selfies and walked around here to check out the architecture on these lights. A lot of them were going to be destroyed, and so this guy saved them and made this really cool art project. But there you guys go. That was my 24 hours in LA. The next day, we actually went to the beach, and I vlogged that for you before we flew back to New Jersey. So make sure you keep an eye out for that video. And if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. I'm Joey. I'll see you later. Bye.